Don't know about you, but I am so ready for March. I am so excited for February to be over. Can we cheers to that? We're gonna do a reset video today as we do. I have gone completely rogue in so many aspects of my life this month, and this always happens to me. February is my worst month of the year historically. Every year, like clockwork, I get so anxious and so down. Like, it's the time where I love winter, but my body like is rejecting it, and I just want to get my sparkle back, get my glimmer back. What has been happening that has not been great is that I've just been on my phone a lot because I have been getting some traction on my Instagram. I've been really wanting to tap into that and be posting consistently, but it also means I'm on my phone so much more than I usually have been, going in like hour spirals of watching Dracula edits. But I've also been having fun like making some more like trendy, funny meme content, and I'm just like, whatever. I feel like I'm in just like a limbo of like, I'm waiting for something to happen when I'm not putting in the work to make it happen necessarily. And something needs to snap and shift for me this month. But we're also going to be heading right into a Mercury retrograde in like 2 days, and I'm just like, my God, can we get a break? Can we catch a break? My God. I do actually have something fun in the mail that I should not have purchased. I bought 2 Dracula related things because I was in a psychosis. I blacked out. Let's be real. I blacked out, and I was like, everything is fake. We're on a floating rock. Money isn't real. Who cares? This is literally, I could have made this. Let's be so real. This is a little sticker of this scene from Dracula that I think is so gorgeous that I want to like get like an oil painting of and put it on my wall, but I'm going to use this as like a little bookmark or put it on the back of my Kindle or something. I need to update all my book trackers because I have been reading. We'll talk about what I read in February for sure, my wrap up at some point. I haven't done any book journaling this whole month. Haven't updated my book tracker in Notion. Haven't been planning my content in Notion. Haven't really been doing, like I said, work kind of personal development things I should be doing right now. I haven't been playing my games that I like to play to de-stress because when I play my video games, I feel guilty. And then I just go be on my phone instead, and then I feel guilty about that. And it's like, or if I'm just sitting there reading during the day, I feel guilt because I'm like, I should be working. I should be trying to find a job. I should be doing something else. I should be making content. I should be starting all these things I want to start. I should be cleaning. I should be doing this. I want to get back into Genshin, like sit and just allow myself to like enjoy the story for a little bit, decompress. And I've just been so scattered and feeling so weird. I'm just hoping that in this reset we can refresh everything and breathe some new light into everything and just feel better, get into some better routines. It's so easy to get caught in a mental thing where you're like, oh well, it's already late, I don't need to do it, it's pointless. And it never is. It's not ever pointless. Like, you can start a workday at noon and you can get an 8-hour workday in. You can exercise at 6 p.m. You can, start a project at 5 p.m. Like, there's no like rule to it, but I think a lot of us get into that mindset and it's hard to get out of. So anyway, we're gonna do all of our normal bookish stuff. I'm gonna do all my tech resets. We're going to update all my book journals and talk about my February reads, talk about March TBR, all the usual things. I have not read my February Read Your Bookshelf book yet, and it's the 25th. So I think I'm gonna start that today, and it actually matches my shirt. Let me go grab it. This was the best book of the year. It could go fast. It's a YA, and it's like, it's not like super tiny print or anything. It's like about 350 pages. So I could, look, it like matches my shirt. So I'm gonna start this today. This will be my final read for February. I also just got the next Bridgerton book in my Libby. I'll have that for a couple weeks, so no rush there, but I think I'm on Francesca's story. Haven't been watching Bridgerton, by the way. I also have been wanting to kind of get back into like watching some TV and movies and stuff because, like, honestly, Dracula, everything is Dracula, and it really has gotten me back into being like, oh, like, some current media is hitting. Some of it is good. A lot of it is slop. A lot of it is poorly lit, regurgitated, badly written shit. But that could be something that just gives me, you know, some happiness, like some good storytelling, some good cinematography, like something to do instead of just being on my phone. So I might try and get into a new show or something, or I don't know. I want to get, like I said, I want to get back into my Genshin and allowing myself even like just a 30-minute Genshin check-in every day. Like I used to do that every day for like 2 years straight. I was on Genshin every day, and I just haven't been lately. So anyway, it's a long yap session, but I just kind of wanted to let you guys know where I'm at. If you are also feeling very depressed and stuck right now, you know, you're not alone, and we'll get through it. We'll get there. I know the moment that I have a margarita in my hand at 5 o'clock and it's 90 degrees outside, you know, and fully light at 5 o'clock, I will be okay. Right now, even as a fall winter girl, I need some change in my life, so I need to get my shit together. So I'm gonna do my very best. We'll see. Right now, I have so many things I can do and I'm like paralyzed. I'm like, what? Oh my God, I just feel so weird. The motivation is still not here. It's not here, but we're forcing it. That's kind of the name of the game, like I was talking about. So we're gonna jump into my Notion, do some book tracker updates. I think I only logged 1 book this month so far. And I know for a fact I haven't done anything in my iPad book journal. If you're new here on the channel, we're in a current gothic fantasy, gothic dark romance, Dracula, era right now. I'm basically rebranding myself and my entire life at this point. It just feels right. So we're gonna do some little edits here, so let's jump into my Notion. Let's go to my library page here. We are going to update this first. Let's do like dark gothic. Ooh. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do all these candles. I like that. Okay. And we're moving away from like the blue. I'm not feeling the blue right now. I want things to be dark, depressing. That's how I'm feeling right now. How does like red look on here? I could vibe with that. Okay. So we actually didn't get to Witch Hat Atelier 5, which is fine. I just get those through my library and read them on my iPad. Just didn't get to it, so I'm just going to delete that for now. Wuthering Heights we did finish in February. I didn't get to it. I didn't do my 1 classic per month. I kind of read that in between January and February, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. I am excited to read. I think I'm gonna go into Anna Karenina for March. We will put that on my TBR here in a second. So we're gonna change this from currently reading to read. And we're gonna give it, this is like a 4.5 for me, maybe a 4. Not a 5-star. And while I do love it, and I loved it as a kid, I would love to reread Jane Eyre. That was always slightly above for me. I think I remember enjoying Jane Eyre more than Wuthering Heights. So maybe we'll read that in March. I don't know. You guys know, if you're new here, I'm a mood reader. So TBRs are really just, you know, guidelines, not rules.
The code is more what you call guidelines than actual rules.
So that's gonna go into red. So our currently reading right now is my February Read Your Bookshelf challenge. My cat is, Archie, get out of here. He's being a menace. Archie, get out. He likes to dig in my trash can like a raccoon. Go. This is a fantasy, and I'm actually liking this. It's like a kind of it's giving like urban fantasy right now. This is my understanding a YA fantasy, and I'm actually quite liking it. I didn't really know what to expect, but it's kind of like set in contemporary urban setting, which usually I don't like, but right now that's just hitting and working for me. It still has that eerie, what's gonna happen, magical kind of liking the gritty urban contemporary vibe of it. This is by Melissa Albert, I believe. This is one of the books that is on my physical shelf that I just grabbed at a Goodwill that I want to make sure I am, you know, getting through. Will I finish that by tomorrow? Probably not. I think I'm on page like 90. I'm getting to it. I'm glad that I actually picked it up and am like going through with it. So we're just gonna add this to the cover. There we go. Okay. That's what I'm currently reading. I also have recently picked up The Second Death of Locke from Kindle Unlimited. I've only read like a chapter or two and I'm not sure. I'm just like kind of in a slump right now. The whole Dracula thing, reading two Emily Henry's, like, I don't know, I'm just not sure what I'm in the mood for. I feel like no fantasy is like going to satiate my hunger that I have right now for it. Picking one and having it feel like it's not going to live up to like what my expectations for like a yearning emotional fantasy are going to be, and I feel like that's stopping me from really wanting to dive into anything. So I'm not going to even put that as my currently reading, even though it is on my Goodreads right now. Right now we're just going to leave it at the Hazelwood. I've also been kind of taking a break from audiobooks, but I do have The River Has Roots in my Libby as an audiobook right now, and that's like a 4-hour audiobook, so I definitely want to listen to it and not let that like go to waste. But honestly, I've just been kind of listening to music lately and giving myself a little break from audiobooks. Again, just nothing has been like sounding interesting and sounding like it's gonna be keeping my attention. I don't know. This is, oof, this sounds so good. And again, it's fantasy, but I feel like this, I don't know, I've heard really good things about this. It's a novella. It's not trying to be like a dark romance, dark fantasy, you know, thing that I feel like I'm hyping up in my brain right now. So I think this will be fine. Seems like a fantasy romance. I'm not 100% sure. And yeah, I have heard really good things about this. So this is going to be an audiobook. So we're going to put that on my currently reading to just really try to motivate myself to get to it. And then let's change all of these as well, the colors. Don't ask me about my personal curriculum, you guys. Don't ask. I'm not going to respond to you. And, you know, like I said, everything kind of got derailed in February, so we didn't get to either of those. And we're going to get to the Hazelwood. We're going to do that. So, you know, again, this is just a guideline. But for March, I think we're going to try and do, like I mentioned, Anna Karenina for my classic. That's the kind of classic I'm in the mood for at the moment. My March Read Your Bookshelf challenge is a book with a weapon on the cover. And the options for this were Five Broken Blades, The Poppy War, or Fury Born. And I think it's gonna be Poppy War, unless One Dark Window has a weapon on the cover, because that is a gothic fantasy that I'd need to read. I can read this anyway if I want, you know, obviously. This does not have a weapon on the cover, but we could pull this down and have this as an option for the month. But I think what we're gonna go for this month is Poppy War. It's R.F. Kuang. This is an author that I am scared to continue reading her catalog because I'm like, what if she's like a one-hit wonder for me? I still have not read Calabasas. Does that have a weapon on the cover? No. I think I will love this, but this is one that's so hyped up in my mind that I'm nervous. I bought this from Powell's. I didn't know that. And that was years ago at this point. So Poppy War. What else am I feeling like? What else am I feeling like? I don't know. If I really want a cute little romance, that's going to be the one that I pick up. Maybe One Dark Window. I don't know. We're just going to see. Oh, you know what? You know what else I've really been thinking about? maybe finishing Twilight. I feel like finishing a series right now would really give me some steam. And I am into the vampires right now. And I don't think I want to wait all the way until like spooky season to read it, because that'll be like a year in between me reading Eclipse and Breaking Dawn. I think I might go into Breaking Dawn because I could also really be down for a Twilight movie night. So that's going to be my tentative TBR. That is a classic, and that is a book from my Read Your Bookshelf challenge. And then anything else is fair game. And you know, we'll put The Second Death of Locke on here as well. So that's my tentative TBR. We have updated my library homepage. I'm not liking that these are like not going with my aesthetic here, but personally I can't be bothered to like edit these and make them black and white, but maybe I will, who knows. And let's change this little photo too. You guys know what we're gonna do. We're gonna find Dracula pictures and plaster these all over my Notion. And I'm gonna use one of these for my iPad wallpaper. That's just happening. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. We're gonna put this there just for fun. Let's replace, do a link. I'm absolutely obsessed with the costume. God, in this movie, you guys. It is everything to me. And you know what? I might actually even put it like up here so I can see it more. You know, instead of red, let's change these to like a purple. I think that works better. I think that works better. Okay, let's check in on our reading goals. How are we doing? We're doing fine. We're doing fine. Okay, all of that to say, let's go back to our reading tracker, and we're gonna add some of these books that I have read. Wuthering Heights, I just added that. Jesus Christ. Okay, Blood Orange. This is what I think kind of put me in like a slump where I was like, God, I hated that. This was a so spicy Dracula retelling that I really did not enjoy. 2 stars, and we read this in 2026. We're just gonna leave it like that. And then Funny Story. This was a romance by Emily Henry. I posted a Emily Henry reaction like reading vlog if you're interested. I gave this 4 stars. I really loved it. Kind of shocked, but it was very sweet. Okay, and I think that's everything because I have the Everqueen here, and I read, that was my February. So for February, we had 3 4 stars, which were Funny Story, Wuthering Heights, and the Everqueen. And then I had 2 2 stars, which was Blood Orange and Happy Place. We'll see if I finish Hazelwood, but that's still 5 books. And for being in such a depressive episode and getting so derailed by a movie, I'm happy with that. I'm 7 books ahead on my Goodreads goal, which is great. I'm feeling super happy about that. And we'll just see what we get into. And while we're on the topic of having Pinterest open and some Dracula inspired gothic vibes, we are going to transfer over to my iPad now. God, I can't. This image is so fucking good. I'm gonna frame that and put it in my house. This is kind of like what we're going for. I love this little element there, and these are like all the best kind of, you know, screenshots. This is a personal favorite of mine. So let's just save some of these. I'm gonna save a few. Oh my god. Oh my god. You guys, I'm insane. I don't know why Pinterest is doing that. Every time I go back from a pin, it like pushes me to the top. I love this style with this card. I'm gonna put that like as a widget. See, like, why is it doing that? I think we're gonna go with this one for the lock screen, and then my home screen will not be so unhinged. We'll do like a widget or 2, but we'll do a kind of just more gothic Like, give me a break. So let's set this as a wallpaper. Perfection. Perfection. Wouldn't change a thing. Wouldn't change a damn thing. One could argue this would have been a great February spread, but that's okay. Life doesn't always happen that way. We're fangirling. We're in a fangirl moment. That's okay. You know, I'm accepting that. Obsessed with this cover. Gorgeous. So I finished doing all of my book review pages. I just could not be bothered this month. I did not do any like spreads other than just these book review pages, like, you know, the ones that I sometimes do for books that I really enjoy. I did have a couple books I really enjoyed, but I just did not have the mental capacity. I did throw on some little elements for these, but I really liked this little card I found on Pinterest. For Wuthering Heights, it's the "Be with me always, take any form, drive me mad, only do not leave me in this abyss where I cannot find you." I love that quote. We have Blood Orange, which I don't know if I mentioned, but I really did not like at all, unfortunately. Happy Place I also didn't like. Funny Story, because I did really love Funny Story. This was great. right, friends, so that is the new Kindle. I'm obsessed with it. I really like it. I feel like this one is a little more neutral. It can kind of take me into a few months if I want, but this is just the kind of vibe we're going for lately. It is the last day of February, and I have definitely read a good amount of my last book, which is my Read Your Bookshelf Challenge, The Hazelwood, but I will not be finishing that before the month is up. Hopefully, maybe I can get to it this weekend, but still pretty happy with the books that I read. Oh, and I also started listening to The River Has Roots, as I mentioned. I realized I had less time with that than I thought, so I'm actually going to be finishing and listening to that today. I would love to hit 3,000 subscribers soon. That would really boost my mood. So go ahead and subscribe. I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. I will catch you in the next one.